What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to the After Action Report, the butt clenchiness game I think we played in a long while. Very low scoring game, 13-10 is what it kind of came down to. It took 5 rounds for us to kind of break that stalemate that was going on there. And just looking at the board here, like you have Electra, the Hand Ninjas, and Crimson Dynamo left. I have one Sentinel Mark IV who happened to get online and operational to keep him rolling here. And just, oh my goodness, just such a nail biter of a game. So Troop, who was your MVP? I think I know, but who was your MVP?
Okay, so there's a person who definitely did more to win the game than someone else, but my MVP is Craven.
Oh, okay.
He is the Master Hunter. It was the reason that I dummied all of your characters in one turn. He absolutely destroyed people when he was at range 2, which is not the greatest compliment, but it's a compliment. But he did amazing work. He is the one I expected to do the least, and he did the most medium he could.
Well, the fact that you were able to get the extra attack die on so many characters and then take advantage of Dynamo's beam, right? Like that was huge.
Well, and there's the books. There's also
the books you don't get to add an extra die for.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah. But I do get it for Ox beams as well.
Yeah, and you rolled a bunch of extra dice there, and yeah, that round you put every one of my guys onto the injured side.
Yeah. Now, of course, the actual MVP ends up being Crimson Dynamo because Crimson Dynamo made a lot of your dice just do nothing.
I could not take that little booger down. He was just obnoxious. Even when he was incinerated, he was just obnoxious to take down.
It was great. I loved it every moment that it happened. If we were playing 1 point lower, Electra becomes Deadpool, and then immediately hands off the chimichangas to Crimson Dynamo so that he can win the game by himself.
Bring some mission objective handed off it.
Yeah.
No, that would have been fun. This game had some absolute crazy things. I think my MVP was Crossbones.
Yeah, he did some great work this game.
Crossbones, he was in the fight for so long. He survived on just a little bit of damage for so long, and he picked up Doc. He picked up Doc Ock
and Craven.
And Craven. Did he pick up Craven as well?
Yeah. He dazed Craven.
He did a lot of damage. Like he was there. He was a thorn in your side. He did a lot of really good work, and he was scoring me points every single round except for the first.
Now I argue that the actual MVP of your team is Shrapnel Blast, I think it's called.
Shrapnel Blast, which KO'd Craven?
Yeah. KO'd Craven and took Electra from 5 health to 1 health, where she stayed at somehow for the rest of the game, but I was constantly like, I gotta get her out of harm's way.
Yep.
That was nuts.
That was a great Shrapnel Blast, taking out the Hand Ninjas again with him as well.
Yeah, it was brutal, and Electra did great work for my team. She Her Mystic attack is not super great into Sentinels, but
it got work done still.
Against anyone else, it was great. Yeah.
Well, she got a lot of work done against Crossbones. Like she was the reason why Crossbones was not a bigger problem for you.
Yes.
For sure, because Crossbones being incinerated all game and just rolling 1 defense die.
I will say that me choosing, instead of doing a 10 dice attack against a healthy Sentinel, I did a 5 dice attack against a incinerated Crossbones for his 1 dice, hoping to just get 3 damage through. Was apparently a pipe dream. Oh,
that's okay. Karma got me back on that one when I tried to take on Electra and did absolutely nothing into Electra. So, it's all good, right? It's all good.
Yeah.
And the fact that I kept things like, Dynamo is my target, so I'm going to aggressive towards it. No, I should have double tapped Electra. Dang it. And that's the thing. Like I'm going to be honest here. I think there was some element of luck that got me through the game here. When I forgot to smash the truck.
Yep.
That was huge, and I legitimately forgot, and by the time I realized that we had already gone through 1 attack, and in retrospect, I probably should have smashed for the second attack anyway, but I didn't, and I let Rhino throw it and took out Hoff and the boys, and that was not good on my part.
Rhino was supposed to do Rhino in a China shop for that turn. He didn't need it, but I needed to make sure I finished off the people I was going after, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like with how tight this game was, the attrition was a huge factor in. And I think, quite frankly, there was just a couple of dice rolls which just kept me a little bit ahead of the game here. And, I got lucky with some dice rolls.
That was good.
It's really came down to it.
You also got to re-roll a lot more dice with Sentinel Prime, so that was big.
I did, yep. I mean, he didn't convert a lot, but he converted some important ones across the way there. And yeah, just all in all, like I'm glad that online and operational was actually important this game.
Yeah.
Like super important this game. Because I was actually wrong. You left Mark 4 on 1 health remaining.
Ah, drats.
Because you did 6 points of damage to him.
Yep.
But he's got 7, not 8. But still, like the fact that he remains standing. Although looking at everything, even if you did get him, I would still have won by points.
Yeah. I could have got to 13 max.
Because Dynamo was over there.
12 max.
I honestly, I thought what you were going to do was like Dynamo was going to like try and grab this book up here and then walk over here.
Well, and that gets me to 12, so I could lose by 1 point, or I could lose by 2 points.
And maybe take out like Days of Sentinel.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You were kind of in a rough position there, and I think Electra and the Hand Ninjas. I don't want to say they had to put too many resources into Crossbones.
Oh, I do.
Well, and the last turn there.
Yeah.
The last turn there. I was kind of expecting the Hand Ninjas to maybe try and soften up the other Sentinel at the very end there.
Well, and that was definitely a dream, but
well, I don't know if it was a dream. Like 4 dice into 3 physical defense, right?
So, I just felt like I really needed to definitely deal with Crossbones, or LT was going to win the game. Well, he was going to lose my situation to do anything else. So.
But I mean, at the same time, you only need to do 1 point of damage into Crossbones, so I don't think you needed to have the Impale insurance there.
Fair.
Because I think I was only rolling 1 dice. You had 5 with a Pierce, so like you had a really good chance to take him out there. I just expected like a little bit more damage to go into the Sentinel there.
Yep.
Forcing me into a much worse position because your last 2 rolls with Dynamo were fire, man.
It was good.
They were good. And I got so lucky with that. Because what was it? Was it a crit that gave me the last success I needed?
Yep.
Like just, so lucky. Golden horseshoes firmly inserted up the rear.
In their circuitry.
in their circuitry, yeah, okay. They had platinum wiring. These Sentinels are made from 100% recycled horse.
Ooh.
The whole horse. Shoes haven't been removed yet. They just got dark. They're now the villains.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
All right. Well, the horse-made ones, maybe.
Yeah, the horse Sentinels. There we go. So amazingly close game. I got to say, while it was active, Doc Ock's leadership powered you up beyond belief.
It was awesome.
Going into round 3, you had so much power to just play with.
Well, and when you actually were fighting Crimson Dynamo while Doc Ock was still alive, like it was like, oh, I take a damage, I gain 2 power. Oh, that's great. You shoot Rhino, he gains 3 power.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think I looked at your board, and I think everyone but Craven had 10 power going into round 3.
Craven didn't have 10 power because he just spent 9 power to make all of your guys do the thing.
Well, that was in round 3 that he did. He went into round 3 with 9 power, not 10, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but that was crazy. The leadership. Well, Doc went down relatively quickly.
Yeah.
Like his leadership was very impactful while it was up.
It was.
Which was just excellent. Rhino did a lot of really good work for you too.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say everyone on your team actually fired off.
Even the Hand Ninjas, they killed a Sentinel Prime.
I would have liked if Fury and the boys did a little bit more of this game.
To be fair, they kept me scared of a lot of things. Like
That's fair.
I had to get into range 3 and then try to get out of certain ranges or hide from things. And when I threw that taco truck, the only person I was worried about was Hoff and the boys.
That's fair. And their got your backs really didn't do much against you in this particular game.
But I've suffered from them before.
You have,
yeah. I definitely was thinking about it the whole time. So.
Well, Troop, this was a really good close game. I had a lot of fun with this one. A lot of good ridiculous rolls.
It was great.
And I think aside from the very first game with the Sentinels, this might be the first real Sentinel win that we've had on the channel.
I think so.
So big stumpy robots for the win.
Beep beep.
Beep, 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 boop. There we go. Definitely sound off in the comments below, guys. Let us know what you like, didn't like, all that sort of stuff, and we will see you next time. Happy wargaming.